Hey, what is going on, guys? Union Jack here, bringing you every single piece of information that has been in this new update, which is 1.05. So let's get straight into this video. Shout out to Charlie Intel for helping me get all of these videos. Go check out their websites for more Black Ops 3 news. I'm always on there scanning for new updates and stuff, and this is how I get most of my information, so go check them out. I'll leave their link down below. So Obviously the maps have been added, but they're not unlocked yet. So we've got Gauntlet, Splash, Rise, Skyjack, and the Zombies map, the Eisendrache. We can't play any of them yet. We will be able to play them tomorrow at 12 PM Pacific time. And alright, so general in multiplayer, I'm just reading this off a list. So addressed an issue allowing players to infinitely vote for the previous map. So Call of Duty Combine is gone. That's a huge thing. Call of Duty Combine is now gone. Goodbye Combine, peace out. FreeRun, Nightmare, and Dead Ops Arcade 2 are now accessible from the bonus menu on the main screen, so that's awesome, makes it easier to access, I guess. Balance Pass to improve XP earn rate consistency across a game, which is awesome, that helps a lot. Also, they've resolved an issue where Specialist Showcase weapons showed both base attachment models and player selected attachment models, which is actually quite funny. And we've got resolved an issue where players were unable to freely scroll through taunts in the taunts menu if a new taunt was recently acquired. So if you got a new taunt through a black market supply drop, you can now use them. There used to be a glitch where it wouldn't preview it for some reason when you push triangle, so hopefully that's resolved. Added missing rotation prompt icon in Gunsmith custom variant and Gunsmith Snapshot, whatever that is. They've addressed an issue where leaderboards were not properly being reset after a player used a prestige token. Do not know what that means. They've also resolved an issue where the create a class would not update immediately after the purchase of an extra slot plaque. So if you don't know, you could get an extra 10 slots if you pay. I'm not sure how much it is, like £2 or something. You get an extra 10 classes, so hopefully they fixed that. And they've added additional anti-cheat support, which is level 1000 glitching, modding, glitches, stuff like that, cheating in general. General gameplay, this is where a lot of stuff has changed. Let's get right into this. Okay, so they fixed an exploit that allowed players to move faster while sliding, which is the G-Slide. Goodbye G-Slide. I finally found out how to use it, and then it gets patched. I literally watched a video a few days ago on how to do it, and it's got patched, and it's actually really handy. So rip G-Slide, you'll be missed. Fixed an issue where moving while crouching or aiming down sight did not properly reduce your audio footprint. So when you aim in or slow down, obviously your footprint's going to slow down. It's not going to be boom, boom, boom. It's going to, get quiet. They've also addressed issues that affected crypto key earn rate consistencies across game modes. So hopefully that's balanced out now. In hardcore, AI-controlled score streaks will no longer count towards the kick limit. So after a while, if you killed three of your teammates, you would be kicked. But now if your score streaks kills enemies, your teammates, it will not kick you for that. Only if you shoot them with your gun. So Cerberus, Talon, Wraith, Raps, and GI unit. If they kill anyone on your team, it will not count towards your strike. Okay, they've resolved issue where a specialist weapon progression was not tracking in round-based game modes. Fixed an exploit where players were being awarded crypto keys when not participating in matches. So if you remember, towards the beginning of Black Ops 3, you could just sit in gun game, AFK, and just get crypto keys for doing nothing. Teammates can no longer damage friendly score streaks in hardcore. Didn't know that was a thing. Very interesting. I've never had my Wraith or Raps shot by my teammates, so I'm not sure about that. Fixed an exploit where, we fixed that. Addressed an issue where players were able to place turrets underwater after using rejack. I'm pretty sure they patched down one of the recent hotfixes. And there's a ton more, guys. I'm not going to read it all out because there's a ton. I'm just reading out the main ones. We're going to move on to the black market now. Players are now able to equip taunts, gestures, and specialist themes from the black market results screens for specialists that are unlocked, which is pretty cool, not going to lie. Updated black market purchase animations and FX. So a few black market modifications right there. And they also addressed audio issues with black market when accessing during matchmaking. So I think you used it and then the screen would be loading, but you could still hear the black market in the background. Theatre fixed an issue where attempting to view a merged clip would kick the player back to the theatre screen. Also, when I'm trying to view one of my recorded clips, it kicks me off the entire game. It says error code, blah 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 blah. Also, combat record has now been added. It So you can view their combat record, player details, and you can, compare whatever. Check out my last video, that's about the combat record, quite a big one there. Specialist, Nomad, increase rejack stand-up time. I thought they already done that. Reaper, equalize footstep audio. Yep, cool. Spectre, yep, blah, blah, blah. And here we are, onto the creator class. There's a lot of changes here, guys. This is going to take a while to read out. Okay, here we go. So, general, fine-tuned rapid-fire effectiveness across all weapons. Whatever that means. They've reduced the sprint-out speed for submachine guns. Also, with the VMP, fixed issue where player would occasionally not show on the radar when firing, which was a glitch. So, the VMP has now been patched for that. Assault rifles. The XR2 increased ADS aim stability, increased recoil control. They've also increased ADS aim down stability for the ICR, and the Shiva, all of the LMGs, all of the Locusts, what I'm about, all of the snipers, and yep, that's it. So they've increased the ADS aim stability, which is effectively less recoil. So, yep. Also, for the shotguns, increased lethal damage for the Argos and the KRM 262. As I said, all LMGs increased ADS, same with the snipers. With the Brass Knuckles, added a spark effect to the Brass Knuckles taunt, so when you hit someone, there'll be like a little animation effect thing. Also, attachments, S1J no longer deals increased damage to the robot and safeguard, no longer ignores the armor provided to satellite drones. Pretty sure they were fixed, but yeah, I think a lot of these are like repeats. Also, score streaks, here we go. Increased, for the Cerberus, increased health on drop ship, should I say? Increase AI targeting speed, increase AI accuracy, blah blah blah. Not going to read all of this because it's not going to make any sense to all of you. The GI unit, yep, hater, where the hater would no longer display enemies after the owner died. Yep, they fixed that already. And then maps. On breach, adjusted geography at the doorway of the blah blah offices to ensure smooth. Yep, okay, so I'm not sure. Adjusted geography. Have they actually changed the map slightly? Like, actually changed it? That'd be pretty cool if they have. Combine, addressed an exploit where players would be able to mantle on top of a building to gain an unfair advantage against other players. Hunted, addressed an issue where AI score streaks were able to track players through lodge walls. Nuketown, fine-tuned the GI unit, and also they've updated the blue car profile to reduce poor engagements. And yeah, so when the blue car, if you spawn into Nuketown, you'll notice the car doesn't load straight away. It takes a while. So, yeah, like the car's invisible. You can just see the wheels. Kind of weird. Also, on Infection, fixed an issue where players were able to get an unfair advantage. Also, for Redwood, fixed an issue where players were able to leave this play space near Southern Gate. And there's just so much, guys. I'm not going to read all of this out because the list does go on forever. So they are the most important things. There's also been zombie changes, codcaster changes, lobby invite changes, custom game changes, and Shadows of Evil, Zombies, Dead Ops Arcade you can now play without completing campaigns. So a lot of stuff here, guys, a lot of stuff. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, give this video a nice like, would appreciate it. Subscribe for more Black Ops 3 videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.